Hi there, welcome to Sunnyside Journals. I'm Catherine. I have a little what's on my desk. I have one of the last few little things that I'm going to create myself to put into Fritzi before before Fritzi goes up for adoption. Here she is. She's coming along so nicely. I have a couple more fussy cuts that I want to put into her, but that's not what I'm going to do right now. I have this really cute fussy cut that needs to go in. All these little children sitting on a bench. So I've left a little white border because depending on the paper that I put it on determines for me whether I want to leave that little white border and ink around it or whether I'm going to take it right off and fussy cut right down to the edge of the illustration. This one I did with no border at all. The ladies on the ladder. I have one back here. I just love it. It's one of those garlands. Oh, she's got to go in. I think that turned out really nice. I put it right into a spread. I love how that garland turned out. And I'm thinking I'm going to put her right there. So I'm just going to put that there for now. And then I've got a spot here. I'm thinking I'm going to put these little children here, like that. Oh, there we go. And then I'm going to put them there. And then what was I going to put back here? Oh, I think there was a fruit garland, and I think I'm going to put a fruit garland. I'm thinking about it. I'm not sure yet. I'm wondering if I need to save that for a book that has where I can put it onto one side of a page. It's not quite big enough to... Anyhow, I'm going to leave that there for now, so in case I think of something else. But that's not what I'm going to work on right now. Pardon me. Let me put her away. This book came with... Sorry, you're staring at my arm here. Came with a lovely dedication in it to the original owner, Sadie Shepherd, from her Sunday school teacher, Catherine King. 1909, isn't that something? And is today the 24th of July? Okay, I gotta know if today is... No, yesterday. Wow, yesterday was the 24th of July. So that was done 111 years ago yesterday. Because today's Saturday. I'm taping this on Saturday. Wow, isn't that amazing? 111 years ago, that Sunday school teacher wrote this dedication in the book. So what I thought I would do, it's quite big. Usually a little dedication, I can, make a little tuck spot. And this writing is big and it takes up a whole page. So I thought what I might do is actually make a journaling board that you can put into a book so that it firms up the page for writing on. So what I think I'm going to do is, I have this, and who knows where I got it. I buy bags of crafty supplies at my thrift stores, and they throw all kinds of things in. So I have no idea where I got this. It looks like it's a postcard. It's not old, but it's certainly not new either. The date here says 2001. But it looks like it's a reproduction of some kind of old illustration, a Victorian type illustration. So what I thought I would do is I'm going to put it on one side. This is some chipboard. I'm going to put this on one side and trim it down. And then I'm going to put this on the other side. And then I'm going to do some gilding wax around the edge and make a board out of it. So this paper, 111 years old, I will be using aerosol glue on it. And since I'm going to shake up the can anyways, I'm going to use this as well. So I'm going to shake up my can and spray these. So I'm going to pause for a moment. It just saves time. You don't need to hear me going psh with this. Hold on. Okay, so I've glued this on first. That's on there now. And I think I'm going to do a bit of trimming first before I put this onto the other side, because it's going to have to be strategic. So, hold on, I'm looking for my small cutting board. I haven't done a journaling board in a while. All right, so we're going to take the bottom off first. I'm going to have another video done. I'm going to do it after this one. My little church book sale was on this morning. I went up and I took a chance, and sure enough, they were open. It was wonderful. I got a few. I'm choosier now. Plus, I find that my taste in books is evolving and changing. Pardon me. So I did get some interesting, I think will be very interesting books to make into journals. And I'm looking forward to them. But as ever, I'm going to have to hop to work because I got a lot of books in this room of mine here that deserve to be made into journals. I'm just pressing that edge down. They deserve to be. Now, I'm not going to give this one a fresh edge. I don't have a lot of room here to work, and I want to be able to cut a fresh edge while this is on the other side of it. So I'm, for now, just going to cut here and take this off so that I have room to fuss around with it. There we go. All right, let's get these out of the way. All right, so now normally if I was just going to glue this back on to paper, I would hold it up to my window so that I could see through it, but I'm not going to be able to do that. I'm going to have to use my by guess and by golly method so that I know where. I think I may cut a flat edge on this so I at least have something to work with here. That's just going to throw me off anyhow, right? So now I know. There we go. Now I can have a better idea of where I want this side to go. See, it can't. There's some of the writing. So I'm going to need to give myself another. Let's see here. So if that's flush against there, that will give me a 90 degree angle there. So that's good. And then again, I'm going to want another 90 degree angle there. All right, and you know what? We're here. Let's do it. Let's just take that bizarre top off of it. Okay, so that will give me a better idea of where I want that. And that's what I want. So, now was she fairly even? She was fairly even. Okay. So, I like a little more room up top. So I'm going to want this here and here. And then you Let's see how much room I have to work with. Sorry. So that's just going to fit. I guess I could put it, no, I couldn't have. Well, no, because I can trim some of that up. No, I want it up. I want it north-south. I'm going to find a way. So if I put you here and you there, then that works. So let's see how I'm going to do this. There we go. So I am taking that to there. Sorry, this is just, I'm sure there's an easier way, but you know what? This is what I'm doing so that I know on this side where I want this to go, like that. And then it's going to go over there to there. All right, yes, yes. All right, now that's not necessarily even. This side's the even side, so I don't trust that side. I need a quilter's square ruler, but I don't have one today. So we will make do with good old eyeball method. My eye is usually pretty good. I also have a knack for remembering shades of colors. For example, and it's a handy thing to have. Say I have a bedspread at home and I want matching curtains. I have this knack to be able to go to the store and look at curtains and go, that'll match, that won't match, that matches, that doesn't match, that doesn't match. I can remember the shades of color in my head. It boggles my husband's mind that I can remember color shades like that. All right, so what I'm doing is I'm setting up the frame. So that's not even, that isn't, there we go. For where I'm going to lay this down to glue it. I hope that makes sense. So now which one was the even side? This one was the even side. Okay. All right. So now I may still trim it a bit more when I'm done. You're there, you're there, you're there. Okay, so, and if I put, oh, that's better. So if I put you, if I glue you down there, little Mr. and Miss, then I can still trim that off and trim that off. Okay, yes, that'll work. Trust me on this. Okay, I gotta glue again, so I'm going to pause this again. Hold on. Okay, so this is glued down. That's glued on the other side. Now this side is more important that I get it where I want it. So let's see how far. I'm going to turn my lamp on, and I hope it doesn't affect this light too much. I've just got so much light coming in from my window to my left, and it's giving me a shadow where I want to cut. So I'm turning my lamp on over there so that the shadow doesn't drive me crazy. All right, here we go. Fingers crossed. Let's do it. Commitment cut. done. So firm, but don't think you've got to cut through that chipboard in one swipe. As ever, take your time. Go over it a few times if you have to. Take your time. It's easier on the cardboard, it's easier on your wrists, and it's definitely easier on if your hand wants to jump. Yes. All right. I'm happy. Now, that is even. So let's put this up here. And that will make sure that those sides are even. Oh, good. We're still in the camera. All right. So I want this. How much room have I got? Nope, I gotta move it over. I've got to be able to see what I'm doing. There we go. Our little dog's doing better and better. Thank you so much to everyone who's been worrying about our little Dorothy. She's the vet is not convinced that this was a bout of pancreatitis. The vet is wondering, I'm just lifting this to see where it will go. Okay. The vet is thinking that it was just a gastro bug. I shouldn't say just. Those can be very hard on a little animal, but pancreatitis would be worse. So I would be happy if it turns out that this was a gastro bug and that it, that they just, the first batch of antibiotics didn't hit it hard enough, you know. So this next batch certainly seemed to be doing the trick. Her little what's a delicate way to put it? Her little constitutionals are very much back to normal. As I said before, I've always had big dogs, and you know, your backyard gets full of landmines with big dogs. And our little Dot, it's like little chocolate covered almonds out there in a little bundle. Okay, so that's not even. I need to go over that. My blade moved at some point while I was talking, which doesn't surprise me. It's me. I'll still be using my sandpaper block, and that evens up a lot of things. Yeah, so certainly her little regularity is way back to normal. The vet said it wouldn't hurt if it was, just in case it was pancreatitis. The vet said it would not hurt to move her over to 3 little meals a day, that would be easier on her system. It wouldn't hurt her. And we can certainly do that. My schedule is very flexible. I mean, I still do some hair. I don't have a full book anymore of clients, and certainly with this COVID thing, I haven't done any hair. My husband has the nicest looking hair of anyone. He's getting haircuts. I haven't even had a haircut, and I'm okay with that. None of my children, everyone's walking around looking shaggy around our town. Anyhow, so with my schedule, we certainly can accommodate little Miss Dorothy's feeding schedule. I just want to give myself a mark so that I know where that comes to. I think I'm going to be cutting down here, but just so that I know where it is. There we go. Alrighty, so let's see where that is. Hold on, I'm just going to lift it up. It's so bright, the light coming in from my window, and I guess I should get off my caboose here and close my blinds, but my goodness, I love the sunshine. I don't like being out in the sunshine, but I do like sitting where it's cool and looking at the sunshine. Now I'm going to give myself a little line there, just very light. And take a look. Yes, okay, I like that. If any of that shows, I can go back later with a soft eraser and take it off. But I will still be using some Distress ink. And then, like I said, I'll probably be doing a bit of gold gilding wax. And then I'm going to seal this. I'll do that off camera. I mean, that's not... I'll take it outside and seal it. Just to give it a little protection. The paper's old, and obviously this ink is old. Nice. Alrighty, and let's take you up. Yeah. Let me see. 7/8. So I actually want that a little lower. Might as well have it even. 7/8. So I'm going to take it off down here. And I'll erase those pencil lines. And that will give them the same amount top and bottom. This drives me nuts. It's a storage case for an extra blade. And, you know what, thank you for the extra blade, but, oh gosh, it's constantly opening up. There we go. All right, so let me just get this evened up. Evened up. There we go. Boy, I hope we've had a whole bunch of things be allowed to be opened up, and my goodness, the worrywart in me. Oh, I just worry about people thinking everything's back to normal. There we go. All right, now let me get Fritzi out and see. That's a nice size. Okay, I'm happy with that. And then that side's pretty. And obviously, there we go. Look at that. Did you see what I did? It does have to come up higher. I didn't want it to have to come up higher, but it does. All right, well, live and learn. I'll cut it on this side this time, because then I'll know where to trim it. Alright, here we go again. I'll give myself as little space as possible. Oh my goodness, I am so into my RuPaul's Drag Race. I was so hoping Chad would win, and he didn't win. There we go. All right, well done. Click that shut. All right, that's fine. We got a tiny little bit. No big deal. Let's get these out of the way. All right, we did it. And there was, like I said, there was probably an easier way to do that, but oh well. Now, here's my block. I'm going to get some, I'm going to put some paper underneath because I'm going to sand. Now here's something I do. I don't like the corners sharp, and I usually will take those corners off. I'll just go right across. See there? Take the corner off. And then I'm going to soften that with the sanding block. Okay. Oh, I got an itch. There we go. So it's very easy to just round that. Trust me, with chipboard, unless you've got one of those special cutter things, you're not going to, you'll never get a rounded corner using one of these. You'll bust this thing. And this does it. And I want this all softened up anyways. That's a really sharp edge. So I just run it over like a waterfall over both sides. If you have a difficult time with dust, put a mask on. Sorry, I can just see now that I've got it up close that my blade was on an angle here, but I think I can manage that with my sanding block. So I don't think I'm going to cut a new edge yet, but never say never. Just getting that angle off that I inadvertently put on there. Now there we go. So just waterfall. When it's thick chipboard like this, you got lots of space to do it in. Let me see. Yeah, that feels nice. Just gives it a really nice smooth edge. This is the same technique I used when I make the faux cabinet coats. So handy to have a sanding block. You don't have to have, this one is easier on my hands. You can get those awesome ones that are just disposable. It'll last you for years. But I like this one. I have a sheet of sanding paper. I can replace that very easily. It's just loosen up this screw and put in a new piece of sandpaper. I don't even know what grit it is because I just raided my husband's workroom. Oh, come on. Don't tell me. That's my alarm. 28. Oh no, I paused for a little while. I've got a few minutes. Okay. I paused while I was gluing, so that buys me a bit more time. I think I am going to sneeze. Pardon me. No, two. Come on, they always come in threes. No, okay. Pardon me for sneezing. Sorry. That feels nice. So see the difference it makes? I cut that corner off, but now it's a nice round. It's really comfortable and it won't poke through the paper if you really are using this as a writing board, which you will be able to because this will get sealed. Now I want, I'm going to start lightest and go darker as I'm enjoying the distress ink. So I'm going to start with my antique linen, which is very, very pale. But I'm not sure how aggressive I want to be with color on this. But I do want it to have a little bit. It just gives it some dimension. I really need a new one of these. My antique linen is definitely drying out on me. Time to order a new one, I think. So this makeup brush gives a softer glow of the distress ink than the sponge does, but I will be using the sponge when I'm done with this one, just to give it to make it a little darker at the very edge. And then I think I will be using my gathered twigs for the other side and for this edge before if I put gilding wax on it. That's my plan, but plans always can change, right? I may find that I like it just the way it is with the with just a bit of distress ink, and I may say nope, it's perfect. I don't know. And I'm looking at 32. I've got to say goodbye. I'll try and turn the camera back on again. We'll see, or else I'll post a picture when it's done. You saw how it was made, and you know how to distress ink things, and then you know how to spray with sealant. That's what it takes. Thanks for visiting with me, and I hope you're all having a great day, and take care and stay safe. Bye.